We are under the subreddit business_ideas. This is from Ahanag, AAHANAG 04, who says, building a non-cringe mental health app. Do people even want one? I'm exploring an idea around mental wellness and social space, something that lets you express your current vibe, not your trauma. Think, this is my energy right now, not here's my life story. Okay. I'd like feedback on a few questions to understand emotional behavior online. Let's just go through these one at a time.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your Instagram or Snapchat self is not how you feel mentally? I would think most people feel that way.
Yeah.
I think, well, I'm not a big Snapchat guy or Instagram guy. I don't do a lot of it. But when I do see people on there, they're always happy. They're always like, oh, look at me. Everything's so good. That's not how life is.
No.
That's not how life is at all. People,
not all the
I
time.
see people put the best of themselves on there, but that best is probably 10% of reality.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say no. Do you ever feel like your Instagram self, Snapchat self is not how you feel mentally? I'm sorry. I would say yes. That is, I would say that's absolutely true.
Correct. Like
You agree with that?
Oh yeah. Like what people tend to look at is like when you look at influencers, right? You have to remember this is their job.
Yeah.
Right. If you ever been to a runway show and you
Right.
see the models,
Right. Yeah.
right? And then you meet the
The
models,
stoic faces.
right? But then you meet the models like not all dolled
Yeah,
up
yeah.
and you're like, huh, like you look like an average Jane.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you know, a lot of them are very shy too.
oh yeah.
Very shy. We're on the stage. They're like, oh, look at this glamorous person with all this confidence. But behind the scenes, they're quite shy, some of them. Many of them.
It's a persona you have to put on because it's your job, right? Like I see no difference between a lot of like Instagram influencers and that are literally treating this as an acting career, so to speak, right? Like, but they're just acting for short clips.
Yeah.
There are people out there that are like genuine, right? Like you can tell like this is just who they are. Like good day, bad day, it doesn't matter. They show up, you see all of it. But for the vast majority, no.
Yeah,
like
I
what
agree.
you see is
only a portion of what's actually going on in the world. You're probably seeing the best of what's going on in the world. Number 2, if you could show how you're doing emotionally without having to explain it, would you? Well, I don't think people would.
Do you know that there is an extremely popular franchise right now that is making big bucks?
Okay.
It's called I Smash.
I know nothing about this.
It is literally a break room where you can get an axe or a sledgehammer and you just go in and you break stuff.
I love it.
Right?
PC load letter.
You can I think you can like splash paint, like you can do whatever you want, right? Like it's literally a release all your frustrations and anger rooms.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they started up in like New York and they're now expanding.
Well, see, though, that's a different story. If it's something that's happening in real time, yeah, totally cool. I get that. I think they're asking if you could show your emotion without having to explain it online, right? Because the problem with online is it's forever.
Yeah.
And I don't know that people, I mean, I do see people quite often go online and, talk about their traumas and things like that. Hey, if that's therapeutic to you, more power to you, right? But the people that are trying to put their best face forward, I don't know that they're going to do that because I don't know that they want people to see them in a bad position.
No.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they would. Me personally, I would. I don't know that other people would, though. What do you think?
It depends. Like this is so individualized.
It's very it's a very good point. It's very individualized. Well, I guess if it's there, you use it if you want to. 3, what spaces, if any, do you currently feel emotionally safe or understood in?
Oh, my back porch.
Well, yeah, your back porch is a very safe space.
It is, right? You've been on my back porch
plenty of times,
right?
yeah.
But it's funny because all of my friends, probably our joint friends, know what, like when you're there, there's no bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like that stays there. Whatever gets discussed stays on that.
Yeah.
Right, within that group and stuff. Like
the guys get together, and well, even sometimes girls too, and just whatever happens there, it's just that is a place to release.
Like my wife's cousins even know this. Like if I'm sitting out there and they come outside, they know like this is where we can talk about
Anything.
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 There is nothing off limits,
Yeah.
right? But like I've created that space purposefully, right?
Sure.
Even my kids know. My 9-year-old knows that if she wants to talk, she comes out on the deck and sits
Oh,
and we
that's
have a
cute.
conversation.
That's adorable. I
But
don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if I have a safe space, so to speak. Me, it's gonna sound so corny, but I guess my office is a safe space for me. Because it's the place where my decisions matter most.
yeah.
I guess, right?
But is that safe though?
It's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's a difference between feeling in control versus
But that's when I
safe,
feel
right?
safest is when I'm in control, I think.
Right. You see, it, it, but just feeling safe without having to be in
Are we
control.
opening up here?
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm just saying, like the space that I've made at my house on my deck
Yeah.
is a safe space where I'm not in control.
Right.
Right? Like the people that show up there are not in control, but they just know it's safe from whatever, right?
Yeah.
Other than bad jokes and the occasional insult, maybe.
No, they still somehow they still come through.
Correct, right? But
I'd have
it's
to think about
I
this. I don't know.
because I honestly think that a lot of people don't have that at all. Like they don't even have it at their house, at home, right? They don't have. There's always something,
Right.
right? I I think this is part of what we're missing from like you and I grew up in like we went through our teen years what in the 90s,
Yeah.
right? We felt safe everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Like it's partially mentality, partially it's think that ability to let go of it's going to sound corny, but like being insulted or offended or
Yeah.
like you almost have to get to the point where I don't care what happens here.
Well, I that's the thing. That's me. I grew up like that. I don't
Right,
care.
right, right.
But a lot of people do though,
Yeah,
and it does offend them, and that's why it's hard for me to put myself in those
I know.
shoes because I don't feel like that a lot about a
Right.
lot of things.
But like I'm
Um,
watching my cousin who got bullied pretty badly,
yeah,
right? She got to a point where there was no space where she
felt
felt
safe.
safe. Like
That's a shame.
she was because even at home, her phone followed her,
Yeah, we didn't see.
right?
We
Like
didn't have that. We got to get
correct.
away from it.
Yes.
This is the argument I've had with people before. We when we were growing up got
Hmm.
to get away from those things. If there
Hmm.
were bullies at school, it didn't follow you
No,
home generally, and it
no,
certainly didn't follow you into the weekend.
correct.
Right? Nowadays, if there's a bully online, it's everywhere you go. It
Yes,
does not leave you alone because you
correct.
can't put your phone down. But
Yeah,
that's not what this is about. Let's
no.
move on. All right, number 4. How do you and your close friends signal that you're going through it mentally? Is it memes, disappearing, or aesthetic posts?
Mm.
Well, we get together.
Yeah.
We
Well,
just discussed it. We do. We get together.
correct. So, but we can have this conversation in regards to someone we know that's what, 10, 15 years younger
Hmm.
than we are, right? So we have a joint friend and they're talking and he finally ends up saying, yeah, I'm having a little bit of a rough time, right?
Yeah.
And the other Mike goes, okay, have you called Gummy to see if he's willing to have us over?
Yeah.
And he goes, people do that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, our generation does,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Like, but he's from a generation where that's
They don't
not,
do that.
and
Right.
he's like, you think he's just gonna offer up his back deck for us to come hang out? And I'm like,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then we had like 8 guys there.
yeah,
We're all
right.
just hanging out.
But
And
literally, he hung up the
he
phone
doesn't
and
understand that.
Mike calls
Yeah.
me and goes, hey, do you have anything going on Friday night? And I was like, no. Do you mind if a handful of us come over? I'm like, no. You guys want to eat?
Yeah. Right.
Like, but a lot of that culture does not exist anymore.
Isn't that weird?
Did I tell you? You remember the Colombian guy up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. All right.
Did I tell you the story when I was driving him around and showing him like Bucks County and stuff?
I don't think so.
So I take him and we go out driving around like Bucks County because
Yeah.
it's beautiful, right? So I've been driving him around all of like Upper Bucks and we've gone through like these small towns,
Yeah.
the ones that have like 15, 20 houses, whatever.
Right.
And I'm starting to drive back and he looks at me and he goes, where are all the people? And I'm like, what do you mean where are all the people?
Oh man,
He's
I
like,
get it.
He's like, nobody's outside.
No one's outside.
Nobody's
Yeah.
talking. Like what? He's like, do people just like get in their car and go home and go in their house and don't come outside. And I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
that's the culture we live in here today, right? Because he's from a small town in Colombia. And like when I go down there, I can literally count on one hand the amount of hours that I spend in front of a television, for
Right.
example,
Yeah.
right? What I can't count on one hand are the hours that we spend hanging out with family or people or walking around town saying hi or having an
Yeah.
ice cream and meeting new people and letting our kids play with other kids. And like,
It's a different,
it's a
it's very
different,
different,
yes,
weird world. You're right. Because when we were kids, you didn't go home.
no,
There was no home. Oh, the
no,
only thing you had as a home
no,
is where you put your, maybe where you ate dinner
correct.
and where you slept at night. That
Yes,
was it. That was
yes,
home. That's the time you
right.
were outside
But
doing
yeah,
stuff.
so like I think what he's saying there is like how do you signal it, right?
Yeah.
Is if you're really close friends, I can tell just by looking
Looking
at
at
you
you. Yeah,
if you're having a
absolutely.
rough
Yep.
day, right? But if I haven't seen you for a while, like let's say you live overseas, how can I identify your behavior, so to speak,
Yeah.
to know that you're not okay?
Well, if I'm used to talking to you, say on Instagram or something
Yeah,
like that, and then you suddenly stop posting, right? Or
correct.
you're the types of posts
Uh,
you make change or
Correct.
something like
And
that. That might signal
that's
something.
kind of what he's
Yeah.
insinuating is like,
Yeah.
you know, now do you start posting heartfelt memes instead of jokes,
Right.
right? Like, does that mean you're missing someone, right? Like it's an interesting concept.
Number 5, would you want a platform that helps you share and explore your emotional vibe without judgment or pressure? Well, yes, thank you.
I think a lot of people would benefit from
Oh,
it, right? Like
absolutely. Yeah, I
whether they
completely
know it,
agree.
whether they know it or not,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
Number 6, what's the biggest thing missing from current mental wellness apps? Do you think people would use a mental wellness app if it wasn't about advice, reflection, or meditation, but instead about expressing your current energy or mood socially? So this is the argument about men versus women, right?
Hmm.
And this is where you see, if you watch a lot of social media posts, you'll see the difference. Men, so when a woman has a problem, a man wants to come in and fix
Fix it.
that problem, right? Whereas the woman just wants to express that she has a problem. She's just getting it out.
Hmm.
But the guy's there with a hammer and nails. How do I fix
Fix
it?
it.
Right?
Right.
She's like, I don't want you to
To
fix
fix it.
it. I just want you to listen.
I just want
And
to
he
vent.
doesn't understand that.
Right.
Right? That's what this is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that would be.
The
I like it. I think that would be great.
the other thing is also a big difference is you can ask a guy, "How are you?" What's the answer?
Great. Fine. I'm always fine. Doesn't matter.
I'm good,
Doesn't
right?
matter what it
I,
is. Yeah.
but you're not,
But I'm not. It doesn't
right?
matter what it is. I'm fine.
But I'm good,
Yeah.
right? But it's I think a big part of it has to do now we're talking outside this app is like we have lost the family unit as it used to be,
Yeah.
right? Like where you used to hang out with your cousins every weekend
Right.
and they knew that you weren't good, right? Like I remember I have an uncle and if I was having a rough day and I would see him, or yeah, if I had a rough week,
Yeah.
he knew. Like I didn't have to say anything,
Right.
right? And then it was just a matter of having the conversation or doing something or like, but they knew, right?
Yeah.
But I think now that we are, I mean, we're literally putting a digital mirror between us and a lot of friends. So it's harder to pick up on these things. And I think that's the thing that I have the hardest wrapping my brain around, being that we're from an older generation, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, not so to speak, we are. Is that a lot of the things we take for granted and things we grew up with, where we're like, what do you mean by that, right?
Mhm.
Is are new problems that are actually that are coming to existence,
Sure.
right? Because they've never been problems because that's not how the world was,
Right.
right? Now it is. Now we're having to find solutions to problems that are being created
Yeah.
as we're trying to find solutions to them,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's a very good point. Number 7, when you're feeling anxious, numb, or mentally stuck, what would help in an app that doesn't feel like a lecture or to-do list?
So I think this is where coaching comes in
Mhm.
over therapy.
You don't think coaching's like a lecture?
I don't think it is.
No?
No,
Okay.
because if coaching is done properly, right? Think of, I'm sure you've had a sports coach, right?
Yeah.
When
Sure.
when they were helping you fix something, was it a lecture?
Oh, hell yeah.
Really?
My
Well,
lacrosse coach in college,
well,
Coach
but
Wakely, love you, man. You were the greatest. But my God, if you did something wrong, oh, he was all over you.
oh yeah, but that's doing something wrong, right? Like in this case, you're not really doing anything wrong. You're trying to get someone to get better at it, right? And like
Oh, that was obviously the goal, right?
correct,
But it
but
was a very different
there's
approach. A
ways to
very
do it,
different
right? Like
approach.
so it's like I'll give you a great example back to golf. I go see my golf instructor, right? And he goes, so you still have your 30 swing? And I go, yeah. Or your 20 swing. And he goes, do you ever feel tired after a round? I'm like, yeah, after like 10 holes, I'm done. And he's like, you know, you're aging and there are certain things with your back problems, you're going to have physical limitations. And I go, yeah, I get it. I'm like, that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
So what he did was work with the issues that I had so that they would work to my benefit rather than working against me.
sure.
Right? Like that's what a good coach does, is helps you figure out how do I make things better? Not how do I feel,
Okay, fair
right?
enough.
Like where do I think it came from? Well,
Right.
I know what it came from. Talking about having a bad back is not
But
going to help me swing.
this is physical strength, skill based, et cetera, right?
So
But what if you're just going through it mentally?
so is mental health.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
Having, because I'm going through this right now with my daughter,
Yeah,
is an emotion is just an emotion. An emotion means nothing until you give it meaning,
hmm,
right? So if someone walks up to you and says, I think you're a horrible dad, random person at the
yeah,
supermarket, an emotion triggers.
yeah,
Are you gonna
maybe. Yeah,
are you gonna do anything with it?
probably not.
Probably not. You're just gonna go,
Okay,
what is
thanks.
it?
See
Thanks, right?
ya.
Your wife comes up to you and says the same thing.
Yeah, very different story.
Motion is probably the same. It triggered an emotion.
Right,
How you then sorted that out, two totally different things. Because the same thing was said, yes, by a different person.
right. Now, if my daughter says it, I think I cry. At
Right.
that point, right?
But
Very
but
different
but
story.
the ability to understand how your emotions work and how to sort them and how to work with them, I think is absolutely a skill set that you have to learn along the way.
Yeah.
And most coaches, like if you ever read Tony Robbins or any of that stuff,
Uh,
that's literally what most of his stuff is about, is you don't have to react to everything, right?
okay.
Like,
All right, last one. What would make you come back to an emotional or vibe-based app daily, not just once when you're sad? I think seeing the progress of other people.
and seeing my own progress,
Well,
getting
obviously seeing your own progress, but
getting rewarded for being happy today,
yeah. Oh, that'd be kind of cool, right?
right? Like, and when I say rewarded, like it can just be pling,
Yeah, it's just
like we've
something
talked,
simple,
pling on the
some
screen
simple little
going,
thing. Yeah,
you look super
you look
good
great
today,
today.
right? Like, but it's funny because have you ever walked somewhere and seen a stranger and been like, do you know what? You just look glowing today. And then just
My
walked
wife
off.
does that.
I do
I
that
don't
too.
understand it.
Oh, dude. When you see the expression on their
We were at a
face.
store the other
Yeah.
day, and my wife is like, she's next to me, and all of a sudden she was. I'm like, where the heck did she go?
Mhm.
And she's talking to this lady and says, "Your hair looks so good." And she's, "Oh, I just had it done." And they're talking for like five. And she's now this lady's like, her day is set.
Yes.
I'm like, it's so cool that you did that, but I don't understand it.
It is so easy to take 30 seconds to make someone else
Yeah,
smile for no reason.
yeah,
Right? Like I I was on the driving range yesterday with my buddy, right? And I'm going in to pay and stuff. And there's this little kid with his mom. And I asked him, like, are you the one hitting balls? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's super exciting, right? So, like,
yeah.
the mom was looking at the instructors and stuff. And I gave her some tips on what instructor I would start with and so on and so forth. And, like, once you get further, here's a different instructor for you, right? So, they walk out. I go get my balls. I go get my clubs. I walk into the driving range and the kid is standing there. And I'm like, oh, you're looking really good, right? And I'm like, hey, if you want help, I'll be right over here. Feel free to ask me, right? So I walk over and I flush a 7-iron, right? Like I flush like that never happens.
Yeah.
You never flush your first shot on the range. Like, and I'm literally taking my balls and dumping them in. I look over and here's the kid going, can you please come help me?
Oh, that's great. I
And
love it.
I spent 5 minutes with that kid,
Yep.
just fixing his basics, his grip, his stance, like And he was like, wow, because he was actually hitting the
Doing
ball.
better.
And the mom was just standing there like one big smile. So I'm like, okay, now just practice. And, if I see you again, I'll help you some more, but, get a coach. So I walk over and the mom starts hitting a couple of balls. I turn
You
around.
help her out.
No. I turn around. The little kid is standing
No.
right behind me.
Yes, I love this.
Right?
Good.
Just
Yep.
just looking. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I just want to see, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say he went to help the mom.
No, he did that too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's like, mommy, you got to fix your, because
I love it. That's
I
great.
explained to him like point of contact on the club and stuff, and he's doing it to her. It
That's
was
great.
hysterical, right? But like that was 5 minutes out of my day.
Yeah.
That kid is gonna remember
Oh,
that stranger that
forever.
helped him on the golf course, right? It's gonna show him that, look, other people that golf are probably nice too,
Yeah.
right? Like, because it's just, and it took zero effort on my behalf, other than just 5 minutes of my time,
Right.
and that could change the sports trajectory of that kid, right? Like, and same thing, like, you don't know what someone's going through, right?
Yeah.
So someone just giving you a compliment, that could be the first compliment you've had in a year,
Yeah, it's a very good point.
right? Like, you could be in that type of situation, right? And if you're in that mental state, are you probably going to shrug it off? You might, right? But just hearing it, just from someone,
Yeah.
can
It
can
could change.
be
It could change a lot.
correct.
It could change a lot.
Yes.
That's a very
So
good
like,
point.
I like everything about this
Yeah, it's a
idea
cool
of an
idea.
app, but the execution is going to be kind of hard, right?
It's gonna be
Like,
tough.
yeah.
It'll be tough, but it's the kind of thing that you can always play with and
Oh yeah.
change, and you'll get feedback from people.
Yep.
So I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna say Ahana Ahanag
Okay.
AAHANAG04.
Yeah.
Good idea. Best of luck to you. Leave us a note in the comments on how you're doing with that.
What do we always say? If there's a problem, solve it.
Solve it. Yeah.
Right? Like, that's how, if he can figure that out,
Yeah.
absolutely. If you found this clip interesting, make sure to go listen to the full podcast. There's lots more content there.